Good time zone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iodine. I'm your host, Benny. And today I'm doing some writing. Woo! So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey there, Liz. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. Just woke up. It's morning for me. I mean, in terms of just waking up, it's actually like 3 o'clock p.m., so... I'm glad you arrived here too. Cool. It's a great time. Midnight is a great time, in my opinion. Guess what day it has been for 3 minutes now? I was gonna say your birthday, but I feel like that happened a couple of weeks ago. What day has it been for you for 3 minutes now, besides Saturday? That's what I thought. It's... Your graduation ceremony. It's finished July 4th, aka friend's birthday. Hey! Finland's birthday. Happy birthday, Finland. Give me a little history lesson here. What did you declare independence from? 108 years. So that would have been 1917? Free from Sweden and Russia, respectively. Was Finland split like Germany with the wall? I see. Look it up if I was no more. I like to get the inside scoop, you know, from somebody that's actually been there. Yeah, I was wondering about that phrasing. I mean, like, a resident of the place, a resident of Finland. Um, I mean, as much history as you've told me so far, it's more history than I knew about it, you know? Hey there, Nathan. I hope you have a good night. I hope your workday is phenomenal. Yeah, hopefully you can get a good sleep. Nothing's worse than having a bad sleep before a shift, you know? Ah, yeah, the HBO stuff you're talking about. Netflix to purchase Warner Bros. Film and Television Studios. $72 billion deal. May the force be with us. Thank you. Don't walk on street with closed eyes. I used to do that all the time when I was walking home from the bus after school. I would try to see how far I can walk with my eyes closed without tripping into anything. I was like trying to see if I could get some extra sleep while I was walking. That reminds me of don't walk on the street with your eyes closed. So there's a thing in Native American culture here in the United States. It's you should never whistle at night. And supposedly whistling at night is a way to... I mean, I've always seen it in relation to the Skinwalker. Hearing about the Skinwalker, like... or Skinwalkers. I want to know more about them. I want to see more films about them and stuff. Because they're very spooky. Doodle-doo. What's today's date? The 5th? Okay. Hey Liz, what kind of local legends do you have there? Like fabled creatures or you know, spooky goings on. Yeah, like creatures or cryptids, like what kind of yeah, like folklore. Yeah, what are some of the creepy legends or creatures come from your country, come from Finland? I imagine there's a fuck ton. Like, are there any particular favorites of yours? I might have to dig deep to find out how I should be doing the messages here. Oh, that would have been a good picture. Like a very minor creature called a Mezzanito. And this has upset the local humans. What have the local humans been doing? The Force Maiden is a Finnish mythical creature known especially in western Finland. Force Maiden sometimes appears to men walking or sleeping in the forest. She might come to dance at the campfire or walk towards it. The forest maiden was a delightfully beautiful maiden from the front, dressed in gauze, with long hair. But the creature's back was hollow, or from behind it was just a log. Huh. This was noticed to the horror of the man who tried to see the maiden's back. In this case, the forest maiden also got scared and left. That's interesting. I like that. Acting as if they don't know English was using English. Forest maiden. Also known to guide lost travelers and make them lost. Yeah. I feel like I've seen interpretations of her in different stuff before, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure there's a creature in D&D that basically does that. There was like a... there's been a few things in Dungeons & Dragons, or like in Critical Role, like that have been similar to something like that. Except in those cases, the maiden was definitely very harmful. Commissioned artwork. That's awesome. Tonin TT. Ooh. Definitely fought one of those things in Elden Ring. That's very cool. Tibia Mariner is what they're called in Elden Ring. Yeah, check out this. Have you ever played Elden Ring, Liz? Well, hold on. If this guy would actually go and find the enemy. Hurry up. There it is. What was this one? Lohi. Sweet. Doing the laundry of dead people. Interesting. Now, there's a movie that I think this is based on Finnish folklore. Might have to watch that. That sounds kind of cool. Dispatchers from elsewhere. Why am I having a hard time thinking of this? Here we go. No, it's Swedish. They get lost in the Swedish wilderness, and a creature starts coming from them. Really good movie. Freaking terrifying, man. Oh, man. Yeah, what was this, 10 episodes. 4 ordinary strangers stumble across a strange puzzle, unlocking a world of mysterious technology and danger behind the facade of real life. Very Alan Wakey. All right, I'm gonna ask GPT something. For some ways that text messages between the hell. Text messages between two people represented in prose. So how come you won't play Elden Ring? drinking monster juice, mango loco. That's good stuff. Their juices are really good. Okay. So we have inline dialogue with formatting, using italics, indentation, or brackets to distinguish digital speech. Don't start without me. Chat log style. Message bubbles. Narrative summary messages. Still sent a quick apology for running late. Vivian replied with a teasing jab, then pocketed her device. I do like that. Keeps the prose flowing, avoids formatting interruptions. Epistolary insert. Yes, I was. I have had some of these. That's kind of how the prologue to this story was written. Yeah, I'm not gonna refer to the text directly. I don't think it really adds anything personality-wise in this instance. What do you think, Liz? How do you represent text in what you're writing? I like texting. Whereabouts. I like that word, whereabouts. Ugh. I didn't notice this one. Or that one. Hmm. Hey there, Y. Welcome. How are you doing? It's been a few weeks. These days, okay is good in my books. So I'll take it. Been streaming, setting up your Substack. Nice, nice. I've heard a little bit about Substack. How's that been going? Substack a pretty easy setup? Okay, now, issues with my story here. Naomi let herself into a hospital room where they were trying to take care of somebody who they suspect may be infected with some sort of infection. It's only been a week. Your Substack is free. Sweet. 14 subs and 30 followers so far. That's pretty awesome. Those are good numbers in a week for any platform, in my opinion. That's awesome. Character spotlights on Substack. That's sweet. You want to, if you'd like, you can go and put a link in the chat. I'll pull it up here. That's very cool. I love that idea. Using different platforms to like highlight different aspects of your writing. Very awesome. Okay, so Naomi. After not breaking, but letting herself into that room where they're trying to handle a man that's been infected by something. The doctors told her off and told her to go back to her room on the ship and stay there and don't interact with anybody. So Naomi, not being a stupid person, understands, even if she may not have been told directly that the guy might have had an infection, the implication is there, right? So when Trey is asking her about her whereabouts, would Naomi tell her that she possibly got infected by something? Or it's kind of a top secret position. Of course, Trey is also, positioned with the ship. So, I mean, she's also a part of this secret, mission. Nice. Good job on the follower to the coffee. Buy me coffee. Trey sent a message to Naomi requesting her whereabouts. Naomi. Or the BOS. Took me a while to figure out because I would post on Substack. What to post on Substack. Because I didn't want to post my books. That's fair enough. Yeah. Thinking about, especially as a writer, like what to post for like subscriptions and stuff. I've definitely had that issue with my Patreon. Like, Or kind of don't really know what to post on there. The doctor's aboard the boss. Would understand the state of the patient. That the patient might be seems to have an infection, and that it may be contagious. Naomi, after being told to return to her room on the BOS, without interacting with anyone, would also understand the patient of possible contagion. Is this something that she would tell Trey? Who she shares a room? Helping character spotlights will draw people into the story, and click the link to the audiobook. I hope the very same. I hope that works out. Because I, myself, as a writer, definitely find character spotlights to be really interesting. One conversion in a week is definitely better than nothing. I have to agree. Alright, let's see what, Sky? No. Mabel? Maple, yeah. See what Maple has to say about this question.
Yes, and the why behind that answer depends heavily on Naomi's personality, her conditioning, and her relationship with Trey. Here are the key considerations that affect what Naomi would realistically do in this moment. Number 1. Naomi's background, trauma, hypervigilance, and risk assessment. Naomi has been trained in a hyper-dangerous environment, the Syndicate, where withholding information can be lethal. Contagion or biohazard scenarios are treated with extreme seriousness, and survival depends on making the strategic choice, not the emotional one. Because of that, she understands the threat of infection better and faster than most people, even if she doesn't know what the infection is yet. So her instinct would be, contain the threat, protect the only person she trusts, avoid unnecessary spread. This alone makes it highly probable she would at least warn Trey. Number 2. Naomi's relationship with Trey is the first person Naomi has trusted, maybe ever. Trey is kind to her, gentle with her recovery, and deeply attached to her. Naomi has defended Trey violently, felt something close to devotion or admiration, been protective of her to a fault. If Naomi believes she may be infected or a vector for infection, her instinct would be, Trey must be kept safe at all costs. So yes, she would feel compelled to tell Trey, or at least warn her not to come close. But the manner in which she tells her is extremely important. Number 3, Naomi's emotional reasoning. Here are the internal conflicts that shape her behavior. Reasons she would tell Trey. She doesn't want Trey endangered. Transparency with Trey is a form of trust she's still learning. Naomi's sense of loyalty is intense and personal. She understands contagion can be catastrophic. Reasons she might hesitate briefly. She doesn't want Trey to fear her or push her away. She's not used to communicating fears. She's used to enduring them. She may interpret return to your room and avoid contact as a microcosm of her old captivity, triggering silence before speech. But Trey is the exception to Naomi's reticence. In the end, Naomi's protective instinct wins. Conclusion. Yes, Naomi would tell Trey, but she'd do it in her own way. Direct, understated, and tinged with fear she won't admit. Number 4. Examples of how Naomi might tell Trey. Here are options depending on tone. Blunt and practical. Naomi's default. Open quote. They think it might be contagious. You should keep your distance from me until they know more. Close quote. Protective and vulnerable. Open quote. Tree, don't come close. Not until we know what's wrong. I won't risk you. Close quote. Reluctant but honest. Open quote. The doctors said it could spread. I didn't want to say anything, but you deserve to know. Close quote. Emotionally attached, panicked, underneath. Open quote. Whatever this is, I don't want you getting it. Promise me you'll stay back. Close quote. Trying not to show fear. Open quote. They're isolating me. Probably nothing, but don't touch me until they say so. Close quote. Number 5. If you want heightened drama, Trey might try to approach her anyway. Naomi stepping back, out of instinct, would devastate them both. If you'd like, I can help you write the actual scene between Naomi and Trey. Soft, painful, tense, and layered with subtext about their bond and Naomi's fear of losing her.
Since I have over 26 plus stories, I have to build a Gemini gem to pull out main characters and their details so that I can write the spotlights. What is Gemini gem? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Trey sent a message to Naomi requesting her whereabouts. Oh, Gemini's AI. Okay. Gem is a special instruction. Prompts to run one after the other. Interesting. How's Gemini been? I've never used... I haven't used pretty much anything except for ChatGPT. Nice, nice. I think ChatGPT has some stuff like that too. Like you can create your own GPTs and specifically tell it like what you want it to do or not. You know, give it more finer detail on how you want it to respond. It's pretty cool. So pull out the main characters and their details. Very awesome, very awesome. Looks nuts for things I've forgotten about the characters. That I understand. That can be really helpful. There are definitely sometimes details about characters that I completely forget about over the course of just, you know, writing. How often is it, do you find that it's incorrect, or that it produces something about your characters that you're like, that's not quite accurate, and you have to go in and change it and mess around with it?
Thank you for following.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Rain. I really appreciate it. It's not wrong because it pulls from the original manuscript, not the web. I mean, it seems, yeah, it can be pretty good about maintaining context with the story. But I do often find sometimes it can create some details about the characters that I'm like, that's not quite right. Let me change this thing a little bit here. I am book writing. I'm writing a book called Hopeless. A sci-fi, horror, thriller, romance story. turn to our room. I want to talk to Nia. Coming back. Dog. The cod. Is prohibited from inferring and concluding. Only pulls text from the manuscript. Interesting. That's cool. That can definitely be pretty helpful. So what about you, Rain? You like, you writing books too? Characters for a fantasy novel. Sweet, sweet. What kind of fantasy? Like, high fantasy, sword and sorcery type, or maybe like, light fantasy elements, or based in the real world, but with, some fantasy, you know. Vampires, witches, and sirens. Sweet. Good stuff. Love me some vampires. I've been wanting to do a vampire story. Real world, but also a different realm. How do they get to the different realm? I'm always interested in stuff like that. Boom, boom, boom. Hunter's Moon Tales. Time travel. Time travel is another one of those things that I'm like, I like to think about in my stories and stuff, but I'm really hesitant to actually start writing something time travel wise. Cause like, I don't know, some of those time travel paradoxes really get to me. The school the characters go to are the realm of magic, where some people also live in. That's very cool. Vampire lineage. Isn't vampires having children? That's something that I was just thinking about. I don't typically hear about vampires having children. Blade. I think Blade is one of the only instances where I can think about vampire child, and it's a woman having a child after she's been bitten by a vampire. Like, and making him half vampire. The Hunter's Moon Tales. Am I not logged in? Children don't get their vampiric powers until 16 to 18. And they basically stay that, do they stay that age forever? I'm just thinking about What We Do in the Shadows. I can't remember. I think it was Laszlo is in trouble with the Vampire Council for accidentally, or more or less accidentally, turning a baby into a vampire. And so they actually just have, like, there's a baby vampire that he was turned like hundreds of years ago, but he's still a baby. And he's even on the council, like the Vampire Council and stuff. He can't even talk. He's, like, when it shows him, he's literally just like a toddler. It's just, it's so ridiculous, but like, according to traditional vampire lore, like, that kind of happened. Like, Interview with a Vampire wasn't, what's her name? Like, turned when she was like 6 or something. And so she's actually, like, you know, 100 years old or something. My book, vampires don't stop aging until they're 30. Oh man. I mean, 30's not a bad age, obviously. But like, yeah. Kids will catch up to their parents' age. Yeah. That's kind of how it was. Oh man. just talking about vampires might be kind of a spoiler for this thing. That's fine, I guess. If anyone's seen Midnight Mass, man, I really don't want to spoil that. That's one of my favorite stories of all time. But even just talking about like vampire lore is kind of spoiling the series. But there's an idea that like when getting turned into a vampire, one of the things that happens is that it basically if you're older, you'll actually start de-aging back to like basically your body's like prime physicality. So like if you're like in your 80s or whatever, and then you get turned into a vampire, gradually as the turning process happens, you start basically aging backwards to like your prime age, which is around 25 or 26. So your child's powers can be awoken forcibly, and the aging will stop a few years after that. Interesting. Let's see. What the hell was in that room? Ray asked to nobody. So when she asked similar question to Mia, got a vague answer. For a girl who likes 10 to actually be 200 years old. That's wild. The introduction to the Hunter's Moon Tales is only 2 minutes. I did notice that. I'll listen to it after I'm done with the stream here. Definitely sounds interesting though. I always love me a time travel story. I've been thinking about time travel. Like I mentioned, for fitting into this universe, but I don't really... I don't know, I want to mess with it a little bit so that it's not exactly time travel, it's being able to see any moment in time, but you can't necessarily interact with it. Almost like time sight. Like, not only can you go back and you can view any event in not just human history, but the history of the universe. If you know the coordinates of where it's located, and when it's located in time, you can basically have it visualized on a screen or in VR or whatever, and you can go and look at it directly. And then, so you can look at anything in time, both in the past and in the future. So you can actually somewhat see, you know, stuff that can happen in the future. Yeah. You know, there's a scientific idea of Schrodinger's cat. Or the idea that simply observing something can change its outcome. Characters time travel as a result from staring at a hunter's moon, which appears every 3 years. Is a hunter's moon something that you came up with, or is this something that actually happens? Because I could see something like that happening every 3 years. The hunter's moon is real. There's a harvest. I have heard of the harvest moon, but I think that's an annual thing, isn't it? It just has to do with like so many moons after like the solstice or whatever. Good game. But have you seen I started watching this show on Netflix called Wind chill. What is that? That looks chilling. From 2007. Okay. This show that I'm in, the Lazarus Project. Like, in as in, like, I'm watching it. It's an English TV series, like, from the UK, you know. And, it's about time travel. It's, definitely a time travel story. And it's pretty good. It's got some very, very unique ideas that I haven't really seen in, like, a time travel story before. And the way that it works is, pretty interesting, too. It's like, there's a specific date, that they can go back to, every year. There's a specific date, which is like January 1st of, every year. And so, like, if something happens within that period, of a year that they want to change, they can jump back to January or to July 1st or whatever. And then if they decide not to jump back by that time and they just let it continue, then it resets again, and so they can the next year jump back to July 1st. But like, there's some stuff that, like, if it happens just before it or it happens just after it, like, it can really mess with some stuff. It's very, very interesting, very, very good time travel story. It's very interesting. I think that's probably why I've been thinking about, like, time travel recently. I love this song. Let's go ahead and listen to that again. Okay, so I need to What's it? think it was at the end of this chapter. Leon. Okay, so Nia hasn't really said anything specific about why they're there. Better answer. really say much, you know how it is. What I can tell you, all I can really say is that you've worked in isolating all I can really say is that we've worked in isolation before. Isolation before. Whether you choose to enter that room or not, you aren't going to be able to set foot anywhere else. gonna be able to set foot anywhere else. Another 2 weeks. Alright, Y, I hope you have a good sleep. And, yeah. Thanks again. Main procedure. We've done 800 times now. Nia's voice was tinged with annoyance, though Trey could tell that it wasn't toward her. Anything else, Trey? Nothing. Just try to keep me on wherever you can. prized. Interesting. I just learned something, guys. It's apprised, not appraised. I was today years old when I realized that. Will do. A window with the window featuring is professionally accurate. Digital radar point out of Ray's vision. Yeah. Fucking right. The extremity of trays. I roll. Threatened to detach the retinas. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I want to thank everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. If you are on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out patreon.com/BennyKill709 or buymeacoffee.com/BennyKill709. Either of these places will allow you to support me, BennyKill709, or whatever the heck it is that I do here. Thanks again for watching. Have yourself a good rest of your time zone.